We are entering to... this smell is amazing. I was waiting for that part. They blessed that part a few minutes ago. Then the incense smell is still there. Gregorius, Armenian chapel. And before they will close it to me, and they might do that soon, let me enter to there and to show you the table of, the chair of Saint Helen. That's where she sat before they, at the time that they discovered the true cross. There are two chapels. First one is dedicated to John the Baptist. But this is an entrance to Saint Bertin Chapel. Sadly, it's so difficult to enter, but you can find few things here. First of all, the temple of Adrian that built it on top of the crucifixion place, dedicated to the beauty. Just forgot the name. I will remember it soon. But you can see ancient crosses all over here at different times. A lot of graffiti like that. And the main one is Gregorius, which is the first bishop of the Armenian, who converted the king and then the kingdom into Christianity with the mother and the son. From here, St. Helen actually looked down there when they found the true cross, and we are heading there soon. And he comes now to close there. Okay. We've been saved. I was happy to show it to you. Now, the mosaic floor is new, but it shows you 9 cities from the 4th century in Armenia that had been destroyed, most of them, by the Turkish in 1915, and Mount Ararat, which was part of Armenia, was taken from them at the, I can say, Holocaust or genocide of them by the Turkish of the day, and it's now part of Turkey. It's beautiful to see Gregorius converting the king into Christianity, and this is the importance of it, because the Armenians were the first nation who converted as a nation to Christianity. And if you ask me why there are so many Armenian chapels in their church, and why do they have their own quarter, now you know. Now you know. The Persians in 1614 came to here and destroyed the church and took the cross with them, the true cross. But at 629, Caesar Heraclius brought it back, and Caesar Heraclius is very important for the Armenians because he was an Armenian. We are living now the Armenian chapel. Oh, I forgot to mention it. Remember the dome that we saw at the roof of the church? This is the one. Then welcome to the Catholic part of it. And you actually saw it as well. One of the reasons that we believe that that church, which is now in the center of the city, was outside the city, is that place. And you will see another one later on. That was a quarry from 8th and 7th century BC. A quarry is always outside the city. Some say that King Herod used that quarry as well, and you can see that it was a quarry. But they left it because of two reasons. First of all, maybe the rocks are not so, the quality is not the best one. Secondly, he died. And when he died, he didn't pay the check for the people who worked here, and they left. Then in that case, remember the balcony that we saw? At the 4th century, when St. Helen came to here and started to excavate the place to find the evidence of Jesus, they took her to here, and she found 3 crosses. One of them was the true cross. She took a sick lady, and when that cross touched her, she was cured according to one of the story, or resurrected according to the other story. Then this is where the true cross was found. Sadly, St. Helen cut that cross into 3. She brought one part to Rome, Constantinople, the second one, and here was the third one. The cross on top of the Golgotha wasn't a true cross. It was kind of a replica of it, and when the Persian stole it, they stole the replica, not the true one. Today, there are few pieces of relics, actually, of the true one. Then what I want you to see, there is a beautiful fresco of the crucifixion. The mother is, Jesus is in the middle, the mother is to the left, and John is to the right. Let me close the flashlight. Wait a minute. Then let me. Aphrodite. That was the name of the temple that was built too. Some say that it was for Jupiter, but I believe that Jupiter temple was on top of the Temple Mount. I'm not sure that you can see there's a plaster that cover the walls here, because they use that place as a water system as well. And if you remember when we travel at the Coptic place, you saw some kind of water well, and that is the holes for it, for the buckets. And there are 2 Catholic statues at that church. One you will see at the Golgotha, and this is St. Helen, this is the second one. Then let's bless you and bless the cross. Now, my friends, I know that I do have a different system. I believe that a Christian is a Christian. If you believe in Jesus, you are a Christian. There are so many ways to accept it or to see it. There are 2 tombs of Jesus. One that belongs to most of the Christians, and we are visiting it. This is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is the Church of the Holy Tomb. And there's another name for that church, the Church of the Resurrection, because the Greek Orthodoxy actually thinks about the resurrection, about the empty tomb. And I accept those 2 names with love, but some of the Protestant believes that their church is in the center of the city, surrounded with a wall, and Jesus couldn't be buried inside the city, always outside the city. Then they found a place that's called the Garden Tomb, which is a magical place, and I will ask you and beg you to visit it as well when you come to here one day. But those 2 for me are very important. I'm not going to argue which tomb is the true one. I will argue about the way that people react to the places. Hate. Don't hate, it's something that destroys everything. Please accept that people believe in Jesus in different ways, and it's more than beautiful. Is it okay? Thank you. I believe that there will be less war if we will believe that there are ways, different ways to accept it. On the way up, I want you to see a lot of graffitis. 11th century, 12th century, I don't know. There are so many researches about how old those crosses, but it's old. Now remember, graffiti is a pollution, but a graffiti of so many years is part of history. And I'm saying it because soon you will see lots of graffitis from